My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now. We're on our way to 140,000 subscribers. And definitely check out my Second Amendment channel. The latest uploads below. Best grouping ever. Really, it's amazing. It's an amazing segment. New camera angle, everything. So check out that. That channel is growing. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very interesting. I don't know where to start. The hypocrisy. What happens when you claim to be virtuous, you claim to be noble? What happens when you condemn based on a flawed, nauseating vantage point that you are noble, you are pure and pure as the driven snow, and everyone else is really bad, especially that orange monster in the White House? He's a man that is just a horrible, prejudiced, just insidious human being. Oh, that's right. What happens when everybody from Hillary Clinton to, oh, a Virginia governor. That's right, Virginia governor. By the rules of the game that they have, by the rules of politics and of society that they have created, because they've pretended to be these moral individuals that can cast judgment and condemn and pontificate and preach, because apparently, allegedly, they don't have skeletons in their closet. By the rules that they've created, if you engage in anything questionable in your past, your life is ruined, you should resign, you should be fired from work, except if you're Joy Reid, who wrote anti-gay blog posts, and, oh, by the way, then said the Russians hacked her. Oh, and MSNBC did not fire her. We can go on a litany, but this is Donald J. Trump. Democrat Governor Ralph Northam of Virginia just stated, "I believe that I am not either of the people in that photo." This was 24 hours after apologizing for appearing in the picture, and after making the most horrible statement. Okay, so Ralph Norton denies being in racist photo, but recalls darkening his skin in Michael Jackson dance contest in 1984. So he blames a Michael Jackson dance contest for being in blackface in a photo. The racist photo, which was obtained by CNN, appears in the 1984 Eastern Virginia Medical School yearbook and shows one person dressed in blackface and another in the KKK signature white hoods and robes. So, if you're going to ask me, yes, of course it's a racist photo. Does it inherently mean that the man is racist? No. How do we know? Because nobody has a problem with, oh, let's see, flashback, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Sarah Silverman all wore blackface. So Megyn Kelly lost her job at NBC within 48 hours of saying it was considered okay when she was a child for white people to put on blackface as long as they were dressing up for a character. 3 popular anti-Trump comedians did much more than simply talk about it. They are all still employed. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Sarah Silverman actually dressed in blackface themselves at some point in their career. Then you have Robert Downey Jr., of course, in that film. But it's like these people are not ostracized. Why isn't? And I'm not defending Ralph Northam. He should absolutely resign. He should absolutely resign. Okay? Because his Democratic Party uses race as a political tool. They don't care. They don't care. Even Hillary Clinton jettisoned Northam. She's like, yeah, you know what? He should resign. That was him in the photo. And then he says, well, it wasn't me in the photo, but I apologize for the photo. And by the way, there was a Michael Jackson dance contest. And, I might have pretended I was Michael Jackson. Okay? Look. This is what happens when you try to go back in time and destroy people based on what they've done in their past. Obviously, the Democrats are just as, if they say Republicans are racist because of X, Y, and Z, they're just as racist because of X, Y, and Z. Again, These are the rules of the game, okay, that Democrats have created. These are the rules of the game that Democrats have created. If you engage in this behavior, you are. Why doesn't Roseanne Barr have her show back? She should have her show back. Yeah, it was a bad joke. It was a horrible joke, racist joke on Twitter, but she apologized for it. Where was the compassion? Where was the empathy? So if you make one mistake in life, you should lose your income, you should lose your job, except if you're Hillary Clinton. Okay, Hillary Clinton not only referred to black youth as super predators, but Hillary Clinton referred to Mahatma Gandhi as a gas station attendant. Clinton apologizes for Gandhi remark. Senator Hillary Rodham Clinton has apologized for joking that Mahatma Gandhi used to run a gas station. This is January 7, 2004. This is just one of Hillary Clinton's litany. Oh, and just the other day, she said all black people look alike. And then her white liberal host, or the not the narrator that was right there, the host, the interviewer was like, "Oh, you're so cheeky, Hillary." And then the crowd of liberals was like shocked. She got away with it. Do you want to know how she got away with it? Literally, people were saying she was defending, I think, Eric Holder and President Obama from the interviewer. What? The interviewer didn't know, like, who was who, like, just didn't know, like, which one had done something. And then Hillary Clinton said, "Oh, well, they all look alike." Ha 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 ha. And then the publication spin it as, well, she was calling out the interviewer. It's like, what? No, watch the tape. Everyone was mortified. But she got away with it. Joy Reid is a great example. This is MSNBC, the bastion of, like, MSNBC, Joy Reid. MSNBC host Joy Reid blames hackers for anti-gay posts. But questions mount. Yeah, because she lied about it. You think that Russian hackers hacked her post? Russian hackers didn't even hack the DNC. We don't even have evidence of that. That's from CrowdStrike. Joy Reid should have outsourced CrowdStrike to look at her old blog posts. Then she would have had the evidence she needed. And then you get Vox. It's the Joy Reid controversy, from homophobic blog post to hacking claim explained. Oh, it's not about race. It's not about race. It's not about race. It has nothing to do with racism. The Democratic Party is just a bunch of hypocrites. What they do is they're just a bunch of hypocrites. That's all they are. They utilize, actually, when you look at that issue, the worst party for race is the Democratic Party. Northam denies being in racist photo, but recalls darkening his skin in Michael Jackson dance contest. Okay. Well, in a remarkable hour-long news conference at the governor's mansion in Richmond, Virginia, Northam defended himself from a cacophony of calls for his resignation, but acknowledged that he had made mistakes on race in the past, like when he darkened his face for a dance contest. Now we know about the dance contest? We didn't know about the dance contest before. The only thing we knew is that you were in a photo with a Klan, a guy dressed like the Klan. Now you're in a Michael Jackson dance contest where you pretend to be Michael Jackson. I believe now and then that I am not either of the people in the photo. Then you apologize for it. That was not me in that picture. That was not Ralph Northam. The racist photo was okay. So, obtained by CNN. Nice. This is CNN, though. Let's see what the actual photo. And it's like, look, this is why blackface is offensive. So CNN is teaching us, which, okay, of course it's offensive. But, like, Why don't you teach Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and Sarah Silverman and Robert Downey Jr.? But they're okay. Do you understand? This is Jimmy Fallon pretending to be a basketball player. Okay, it's on YouTube. How do you get away with this? And then Jimmy Kimmel refuses to. Okay, so how do you get away with this? The left is like so duplicitous. That's why 2020 is going to be, Trump's going to easily win. Because you cannot continually say he's a monster and then be this hypocrite regarding all different types of issues, not just race. So Northam denies being in racist photo, but he did say he was in a dance contest. Okay. Ralph Norton, Virginia governor, urged to resign over blackface photo. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the guy needs to resign. Could you imagine if it was a Republican? All the preaching and pontificating and judgment and condemnation. Oh my God, you are bad. What about Jimmy Kimmel? No, he's okay. What about Robert Downey Jr.? What about Sarah Silverman? What about Jimmy Fallon? No, they're okay. They're okay. They performed in blackface, but they're okay. What about Hillary Clinton and all her racist things that she was talking about, that she stated, referred to black youth as super predators, who should be brought to heel, by the way. Read the entire, it's disgusting. Just the other day, she made a racist comment. It's like, no problem. They don't care. People, the left does not care. And here's, you have a Virginia governor. He should have lost, but I mean, that's true. Like, Trump actually said something hilarious. His opposition research team should have been fired. Really? I mean, it's like, how do you miss that? Ed Gillespie, who ran for governor of this great state of Virginia against Ralph Northam, must now be thinking malpractice and dereliction of duty with regard to his opposition research staff. How do you pass judgment on Trump? Trump has no right to chastise anyone. Yes, he does. Yeah, he falsely accused. Yeah, okay, fine. And Bill and Hillary Clinton pushed for the crime bill that was more than 5 people, destroyed the lives of a lot more than countless lives. He called NFL players. Yeah, what does that mean? He called NFL players. He wasn't calling all, like, he just wasn't referring to all black youth as super predators like Hillary Clinton. They don't get it. They don't. For the left, that's why I'm not on Twitter anymore. The left and the Democratic Party, liberal and progressive politics, they don't exist. They don't exist without Twitter. They just don't. They just don't. And there are a lot of great progressives. There are a lot of great people on the left. But I'm saying the reality is Beto O'Rourke and Kamala Harris are now progressive icons. Well, maybe not Kamala Harris, but Beto O'Rourke and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They're progressive icons now. They've done nothing. They've done nothing but be famous. They're kind of like the Paris Hilton version of liberal politics. They're like famous for being famous. That's it. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, we're still waiting for this like life-saving Medicare for all legislation. We're still waiting, if indeed the end of the world is going to take place. In the world, it's going to take place in 12 years, apparently. So you don't want to, what? You don't want to, you don't want to, no green economy. You don't want to write any legislation. Oh, it's only been a month. I'm sorry. Well, we don't want to push you. We don't want to, force you to do something to save the planet because it's going to end in 12 years. Apparently, that's what you said. Medicare for all. Medicare, fight the oligarchy, man. Fight the oligarchy. Yeah, right. The left is getting, it gets played every day, and they love it. And they like, oh, we're gonna fight it. No, the 1% has won. If you can get Bernie Sanders to say, well, we need an orderly transition, we can't bring home Americans this quick, then you've won. If you're the 1%, you have won. You've defeated the battle. If Debbie Wasserman Schultz is still in politics, is Donna Brazile still relevant in politics, you've won. You cheat and you blamed Russia, and you've no repercussions except losing, which you'll lose again in 2020, which will be fantastic. So yeah, Ralph Northam should resign. Of course he should resign. And by the rules of today, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, all of them should lose their jobs. You'd say, and then these people are like, oh, well, you know what? You have, and Steve King said this. Steve King said this. Okay, fine. Steve King said, what power does Steve King have? He's a congressman. Big deal. He's just a guy, he's not a governor. He's not a president. He's not a nominee that cheated. So what? He's one of 435 people in Congress. So what? In the House. So what? Steve King said this. Steve King, yeah. Okay, he has zero power, this guy. Zero power. Meanwhile, the most powerful people in the Democratic Party get away with everything. And the most powerful people in Hollywood get away with everything. Because they have influence, and the media doesn't go after them. So let's see what happens with Ralph Northam. It's hilarious. And this is, by the way, not the first revelation of racism on the left. It's going to continue to flow into 2020. That's why, like, you can, fine, I was wrong about the House, whatever. The House, it's like I didn't realize people were gullible enough. I was right about the Senate, right about 2016. I can't be right about everything, but on the biggest things I'm right about. 2020, Trump's going to easily defeat the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party is crumbling. It's the only reason we don't see it crumbling in front of us real time is because media has shielded it with the Mueller probe, with everything. But this is hilarious. He needs to resign now. Give me your thoughts below. Trump has absolutely no right to chastise anyone about it. When he falsely accused, okay, so by this mentality, then Hillary Clinton has absolutely no right. When she referred to black youth as super predators, she has no right to be Democratic nominee. She called Mahatma Gandhi, referred to him as a gas station attendant. She used a racist 3 a.m. ad that it was actually a dog whistle that was actually utilized to get racist votes in the South. See, Trump didn't need to get any racist votes. This is a conservative policy. If you want to say a wall is a conservative policy that is racist, that's a different story than just blatantly calling it racist. Or those are racist people. No. There are people of all different backgrounds that want a wall. But the 3 a.m. ad was painting President Obama as the other, as a dangerous person in the middle of the night. Okay, she did that on purpose. It's like the left is played every 2 seconds. Okay, what about Bill Clinton flying to Arkansas to witness the execution of a black man, Ricky Ray Rector? What about just to show white America he was tough? This is common knowledge. They've gotten away with everything. And I'm not even there's so many more examples. The crime bill. That's one. I mean, you're talking about actual, Trump falsely accused, yeah, and then the crime bill. Every single thing you could level at Trump, if you utilize the logic, with Hillary Clinton, it would be whoa, she's 5 times as racist using that logic. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. Definitely check out my Second Amendment channel. Thank you so very much. Let's get this to 140,000 subs. Hey, William Barr is going to be confirmed next Thursday. New sheriff in town. And Clinton emails. The Senate Judiciary, it's 2019. They're talking about the Clinton email investigation also. They're going to investigate Clinton emails again. Hit subscribe right now. Ralph Northam needs to resign.